Yo guys, do you know what just happened? I recorded this entire video and my audio didn't record from the microphone, so I gotta just re-record it again. Yo, that's so cool! I love when this happens. Hello everyone, my name is SubStra, and some days ago I beat this level, CMYK by Rewrt. So I think that if you want this to be your first extreme demon, I think this is the perfect opportunity. This video is your perfect opportunity, because I'm going to teach you how to beat this level. Beating the level. So, about the first part. The first part is all about consistency. You can't really learn this part, you just need to pass it a couple of times to know how it goes. The first part is probably the part where you will die the most time, because it is just about getting the muscle memory and getting used to it. I don't really have any tips for that. This second part, after this dash orb, is a little bit more complex. Jump off this cliff as late as possible, and then click this blue orb as late as possible, and then buffer the next blue orb, so it goes like that. Then wait a bit and tap, so you will pass the triple spike, because if you tap immediately, you just won't pass it. After this, tap as late as possible again from the cliff, and then just tap as late as possible on the blue, green orb as well. I know it looks weird because that's not how you are supposed to use the green orbs, but that's how this level works. I didn't make this level, don't blame me. Then just do this, that's easy. Tap this black orb somewhere in the middle and then just hold. So just click this black orb in the middle, hold, and then buffer this blue orb and hold. So you will pass the triple spike, because if you click the black orb whether late or early, you won't pass the triple spike, this black orb right here. So you need to click that in the middle and you will be fine. Here some people say that this straight fight is really hard, but I have a tip for you. Go for the coin. Keep in mind that you will skip this straight fight, and you will be a small ship in this trade fight, which you was supposed to be big one if you didn't take the secret base. If you go for the secret way, just don't click this orb, because it will make you die. Here, just click on the UFO as early as possible, because if you click late, this may happen even though it shouldn't. And then just click on the indicators, click this blue orb late, and yeah. Now we're at the drop. The beginning of the drop is really easy all the way till like 40%. The only thing I can tell you is that this transition into the drop is horrible. You just need to get used to it. Yeah, it is as weird as it looks, and then the other stuff is pretty easy. There is one click that you need to worry about at like 34%, but other than that, this start of the drop is really easy. Click here once and then hold immediately. Like this. Just after you click, just hold, so it will transfer you up. Then buffer this trigger or buffer, and then click this orb somewhere in the middle. So yeah. Now buffer this red orb and buffer this dash orb. But you may think that you will die here, but it will correct you to the middle. So as you can see, I buffered this dash orb, but I am still alive. And why do you need to buffer is that you need to be consistent at this blue orb. So if you just click it wherever you want, you may enter this part differently. So just buffer this dash orb so you will get consistent, and then just learn how to do this blue orb, because it's probably one of the hardest timings in the level. And then just click and hold this blue orb, and then you go to this duel. This duel is basically free. All you need to do is just let this cube fall to the second platform, and then just click and hold, click and hold. Those are just buffer jumps, no timings. Then here is another really horrible transition, because yeah, as you can see, it's just bad. Here, click this blue orb immediately and start holding immediately, but stop holding somewhere around here, so you will be exact for this green orb, because if you like hold all the way, this will happen, because it is just weirdly aligned. And then just hold the green orb. And then just click this blue orb, because if you hold there, you will bump yourself into these spikes. Then just click these 3 orbs to the music, and then do this spam with both keyboard and mouse. Okay, so now we are at this wave. this wave is actually really consistent, but you must learn how to do it, because if you just spam like this, you will mostly die. Just make sure to do only 2 clicks, because it is much more consistent than just passing it like this. After that, click late, so you will not die at this, and then buffer on this UFO. And this TradeFi is pretty easy. The only thing hard about it is getting used to being into the TradeFi. Now that I'm editing the video, what did I just say? Getting used to being into the TradeFi? What I wanted to say is that transition into the TradeFi is horrible, but the TradeFi itself is pretty simple. After that, there's a part that I like to call the 5 clicks part, because there is a lot of 5 clicks in a row that are really fast, and I hate it, but I call it the 5 clicks part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you see that? Here you need to hold for the right amount of time. You have to not hold too much or too little, because if you hold too little, you will die to this spike, and if you hold too much, then you will be inconsistent in the next part. Next 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 clickies, as I said. And then we are getting to these 2 clicks, which are actually really simple, but sometimes they just don't work for some reason. So it's just 2 clicks that are not very difficult, but I died there like 2 times, mostly on this green orb. Boże, bug! I count it as a bug because it's a death that you can't really avoid. And this second wave, I'll be completely honest with you, I don't really know how to beat this consistently. What I like to do is just click 5 times and hope it works, just like that. Here, click 5 times at the spider, another 5 clicks in a row. And at this TradeFi, make sure to click only like once or twice so you don't die at the top, like that. And here, click as late as possible on this platform, and then just buffer every other jump. So it goes late, buffer, 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 and then just click after you pass this yellow portal. And then just click this orb as early as possible, but make sure you click this orb, because if you click earlier, you just don't click the orb, obviously. Like that. And then this TradeFi is not necessarily difficult. Just make sure to click this red orb later, not late, but like not early. Then just stop holding and just click this. This is not necessarily difficult. Yeah, this TradeFi is not necessarily hard. You just need to focus. I don't even know why I died here twice. It's actually not hard. Make sure to click on these slopes, because if you click too late, your click doesn't register and you will die to the saw. I saw my friend dying like that. So make sure you did click on the slopes, but click very late. Some people call this part hard, but I don't really think so. I never died there, and it's really consistent for me. So yeah, this part is pretty much fine. I don't really know what tips to give you. Just practice it so you know how to do it. I have a tip for these 3 orbs. What you have to do is buffer, buffer, and then just hold all the way. What I mean by all the way is just, yeah, hold like to the top, and you don't really need to care about any timing, because if you wait here a bit and then you hold, then you will die to this saw. So just start holding immediately, then click this blue orb in the middle, because if you click early, then you will die like that. Also click this green orb in the middle too, and then immediately jump like in the middle of the platform, like that, and then just buffer this yellow orb as you saw. So, and then we are at the last part, at the famous Po You Suck part. So there are 2 ways to pass the blue orb in this part. What you can do is just hold the blue orb, and you don't really need to care about more inputs. So it's just 1 input, but that input is really hard to control, like that. And also what you can do is just click and then click again. Click, click. This is what I did when completing the level, because it's still more inputs, but if you rest on the platform a bit and then start and then click again, then you don't really need to care about how you click this blue orb. And then the rest of this part is not really necessarily difficult, just the blue orb and the jump after that. After you pass the blue orb and then this gap, you are pretty much free to the end of the level. That's CMYK by Evop and probably some other guys. I think Gradient XD is in this, one of my favorite creators, creator of Tendo. And yeah, that's about it. That's the level. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something and hope you will try the level for yourself and preferably beat it, because I really like CMYK. CMYK is one of my favorite level. Gameplay wise, it's really good and I definitely recommend trying it out. Also, before the end of the video, I just want to clarify that when I did the 3 extreme demons that I've beaten video, you can see in the card up there. I said that I'm going for Tantrum next as my extreme demon and preferably new hardest. I am really demotivated to do the level because I'm like 4,000 attempts in and I don't really feel like the level is worth it. I may beat this in the future and this is like one clip from my experience. So yeah, and after I beat it or maybe something else, I will go for Bloodbath finally. And no, I won't beat Cataclysm because I don't like Cataclysm. I know that I can beat it, but I just don't like it. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, you can follow my Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Discord server. Anything that you can do and you want to do will help me so much. And I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye, yo!